12 forgotten ground beef recipes from the 1970s that have disappeared. 12. Tater tot casserole combined beef, cream soup, and frozen tots into a crispy-topped hot dish that defined 1970s convenience cooking. 11. Homemade sloppy joes rejected canned sauce in favor of ketchup, sugar, mustard, and vinegar simmered with beef. 10. Salisbury steak transformed ground beef into steak-like patties with onion gravy, making cheap meat feel special. 9. Porcupine meatballs mixed uncooked rice into beef, creating quirky quills as the rice expanded while simmering in canned tomato sauce. 8. Beef tamale pie layered ground beef and vegetables beneath mashed potatoes or cornbread for an affordable filling bake. 7. Old school goulash, American chop suey, was a one-pan mix of beef, macaroni, and canned tomatoes that saved countless weeknight dinners. 6. Beef stuffed peppers turned vegetables into edible containers for beef, rice, tomato sauce, and melted cheese. 5. Hamburger gravy. Over mashed potatoes stretched a single pound of beef into pure comfort, using milk gravy to turn hardship into a filling family meal. 4. Beef enchilada casserole deconstructed enchiladas into easy layers of beef, tortillas, canned sauce, and cheese. 3. Beef and macaroni skillet predated Hamburger Helper, cooking pasta directly in beefy sauce for maximum flavor and minimal cleanup. 2. Meatloaf muffins sped up dinner by baking meatloaf in muffin tins, giving every portion a crispy edge and faster cook time. 1. Hamburger soup stretched beef into a warming broth packed with vegetables, pasta, or barley for maximum leftovers. 12 forgotten ground beef recipes from the 1970s that have disappeared Part 2. 12. Hamburger biscuit. Bake layered beef and cream soup under torn biscuit dough, creating a savory cobbler-style dinner. 11. Beef and bean burrito. Bake stacked tortillas, seasoned beef, beans, and cheese into a Tex-Mex casserole that fed a crowd. 10. Corn chip beef. Bake used crushed corn chips for a crunchy topping over seasoned beef, beans, and cheese. 9. Beef and cabbage skillet used cheap cabbage to bulk up ground beef, turning frugal ingredients into a hearty one-pan meal. 8. Beef and potato hash casserole fused breakfast and dinner by combining beef, hash browns, cheese, and crunchy cereal topping. 7. Beef and biscuit ring wrapped seasoned ground beef inside refrigerated biscuit dough for a showy yet deceptively easy dinner. 6. Sloppy Joe pie upgraded sloppy joes by baking the beef under a cornbread topping for a more formal dinner. 5. Shipwreck or chipwreck casserole embraced pantry desperation, combining beef, vegetables, soup, and chips into comfort food. 4. Chipwreck casserole boldly mixed beef, condensed soup, and crushed potato chips into a salty, crunchy potluck legend. 3. Porcupine rice bake turned the classic meatball idea into a hands-off casserole with rice poking through baked ground beef. 2. Beef jambalaya bake simplified Louisiana flavors into a casserole using beef, rice, canned tomatoes, and soup mix seasoning. 1. Mock prime rib patties. Dressed up ground beef with liquid smoke and gravy to imitate steak during tight economic times.